The strategy goes, I'm not going to get enough rings, so I'm going to downplay ring culture. This is a strategy that is being amplified by almost anyone in social media, Lupe included, where if I can't beat them, I need to downplay what they represent. I need to downplay what they do to then uplift who I am.
Going down, it's your boy Juicy J. My hustle is our hustle, man. That's what you're watching right now. It's going down.
Poppin' Kendrick Lamar, my dude Rambo.
Our hustle.
Yeah.
Our hustle is our hustle. Our hustle is our hustle. Our hustle is our hustle.
Make relationship to the beat and becoming a drum within the track. And like that is the most interesting thing that an MC can do sonically for me, and everything else goes after that.
Okay, but so if we zoom out and the conversation goes away from lyrics and we just say artists as a whole, what do I think people gravitate to the most? I think it's the tone of someone's voice. Right? Like it's their voice. It's the way that their voice sounds sonically. I think that's the most immediate thing we pick up on. Even if we don't understand what they're saying. Like you can listen to some Japanese hip hop, not know what the fuck they're saying, and it still be vibes.
The most immediate thing we pick up on. Even if we don't understand what they're saying. Like you can listen to some Japanese hip hop, not know what the fuck they're saying, and it still be vibes. Right? So I guess my question to you, Lupe, is what are we really doing? Are we trying to create music because of what's going to sell or what's going to appeal to an audience? Or are we being true to what the genre does and what hip hop has always been? See, I remember that Rick Rubin had in his interview where he said that the audience comes last. And it sounds like Lupe is putting the audience first, which is interesting because during his prime, he never put the audience first. He put the audience last, which is why he wasn't able to generate, or maybe not. Maybe he did put the audience first, and that's why his authenticity missed. That's why he wasn't able to create the art in the way that he wanted to create the art and was unapologetically him, which I do think is Kendrick's superpower, is the fact that he is unapologetically him, whether that's unapologetically black, whether that's unapologetically lyrical, whether it's unapologetically complex, or even unapologetically uncomfortable as far as for the listener. Kendrick doesn't care if you don't like the tones of his voice or the voices he uses or any of these things. And I think it's hilarious that Lupe went as far as to say that he had a better team, better production, better creative, all these things, but he wasn't more lyrical. And again, when he brings up the fact of Kendrick, when even when his name came up, listen to this.
Seeing Lil Wayne lines from 2007. And so we look at that and we're like, oh, you have no brain. Someone who actually is an MC is coming up with new similes, so we'll respect that for your technical ability. But the way I see Kendrick, and don't be talking over me, Lupe.
I'm out. I'm leaving at that point because I didn't bring it.
What is Lupe so scared of? What is the issue? If you're going to say the man's name and you're going to put in question his greatness and say that all of these people based on your argument are better than him, then why not stand on it? Why not stand by your statement and justify it? Give us the reasons why you said the statement. One thing that I've learned throughout, my years of being in the music business and debating people about music and creating music and just dealing with people on a day-to-day basis in general, is that people will argue a point from a position, or actually people will argue a point based on where they stand. No, not saying that they'll let you know where they stand, but what people will do is they'll argue a point to leave a window or a door open for where they want to be. Because if they can validate this scenario over here for you with something that has nothing to do with them, then when they come back around, they can stand there and say, remember you said that you agreed with this? So obviously I can stand here because of that. So when Lupe says, oh, well, it's really about tone and it's really about punchlines, and he's trying to champion all of these things that he knows he is skilled at. Again, I'm not trying to take anything away from Lupe and what he does and what his strengths are as a lyrical artist and as a lyricist. But it's an interesting trope that people do when they're trying to position themselves into a winning position in an argument before they get to the punchline. Ironically, Lupe is trying to leave the window open for him to be right before we even get to the point where we know what the hell he's talking about, because his word soup and salad is a dance that we can't keep up with. By the time he finishes his 15-minute dissertation, loop around the world about a bunch of other things that we never asked him about, we've lost track of what we even asked in the first place. So again, a lot of these arguments that I get into online, social media, and debates about music are with people that use this exact same strategy. Oh, I'm going to champion this because later on when I bring this up, we've already established that this is championship status. Oh, I'm going to, again, it's the same thing with LeBron. LeBron doesn't believe, and we don't believe, and I don't believe that he's going to get enough rings to surpass Jordan and to then beat the allegations that he's not good enough because he hasn't won enough championships. And so what the strategy goes, I'm not going to get enough rings, so I'm going to downplay ring culture. This is a strategy that is being amplified by almost anyone in social media, Lupe included, where if I can't beat them, I need to downplay what they represent. I need to downplay what they do to then uplift who I am. I've seen this strategy done from friends, associates, across the board. People that just can't see themselves winning or have the confidence to win on their own. So what they have to do is they have to pull you down so they can uplift themselves. This, my friend, is a ancient strategy from people who just can't cope with holding their own weight. So they have to add weight to you to bring you down to see if that will help them get above you. Sorry, Lupe, but lyricism is what it is. It's not just punchlines. It's not just tonality. It's all the other dynamics that we deem possible. And we can't sit here and allow the audience to dictate what is valuable in lyricism because it's what benefits you. After all, you still haven't put out any music. So maybe less interviews, more music. Get to it.
Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. If you want the latest and greatest, do it for the game. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. If you want the latest and greatest, do it for the game. Music, breaks, these are the breaks. Music, breaks, these are the breaks.